Okay, so in this little tutorial, we're going to be focusing still on using the present continuous, but we're using the present continuous to describe change, describe things changing from one thing to another, or from one state to another state. And these are the main verbs. These are not the only verbs, but these are probably the main verbs that you will need to help you describe things changing. So we have get, rise, improve, become, fall, begin, increase, grow and start. There's only one other verb that we are going to be looking at and using today, and that is the verb change as well. So basically, all of these words on the board that you can see are synonyms of change. They can all be used to describe exactly the same thing, and all using the present continuous. Yeah? So you now know, okay, that to create the present continuous, each of these verbs has to be conjugated into its continuous form. That's the ing form. We need a subject, we need the verb be, and we need the verb. So let's take a look at get. Now, get is a tricky verb. Yeah? At a later date, probably not in this course because this is a grammar course, but in another course which you guys will know about, I'm going to focus on get. How to use get as a verb. It's many different meanings. For now, let's just focus on one use of get, which is to talk about how things change. So, for example, I use get to talk about the weather. It's getting cold outside. It is getting cold. It is changing from being warm to cold. It's a change of state from one to another. And get is a very good verb to use to describe these changes of state from one thing to another. It can be getting colder. It can be getting warmer. Something can be getting bigger. Something can be getting more important. Yeah, so get, brilliant verb for describing change plus many other things. The same for the rest of these verbs as well. Rise or improve. Rising and improving kind of mean the same thing, you know. Let's talk about sales of iPhones are rising. They're getting better. Yeah? Sales of iPhones have improved or are improving this month. Become is another great verb that I love to use to describe change. It's very similar to get, whereas it's describing a change of state. So, I am becoming more confident. You are becoming much more confident. Yeah? So becoming, describing the change of state. Fall, begin, start, grow, increase. Begin is another interesting verb for us to just examine briefly. Begin, because begin is describing the initial stages of change. I am beginning to feel more confident. Yeah? So begin is describing the start of a process of change. Yeah? So describing change using the present continuous tense, practice with all of these verbs, and yeah, good luck.